If you've ever taken a test in your life, you may already know that a common strategy to achieving good results is to start with the easy questions first and then do the hard ones last. I couldn't do this. You see, I had a major problem. One that I know that a lot of you might be familiar with. You see, I wanted to be perfect. I was insecure about my intelligence. Ironically, because I had always been praised for it. This left me in an impossible situation. Leaving anything unanswered in a test or a paper would imply that I wasn't intelligent. It became this huge imperfection that I'd see within myself. This pressure would consume me like a demon, gnawing at my mind. So I'd gas out trying to take on the most difficult tasks, trying to prove something to everyone else, and maybe a little bit to myself. The sad irony of this is that I'd fall even further away from perfection as the pressure consumed me, and I'd begin to hate myself even more for falling out of favor.
Ask yourself, what in this present moment is so unbearable? What's wrong? And you will realize it's not the present moment that weighs on you. It's the past or the future. It's your past, what you regard as traumas, the things that happened beforehand that you think has made your identity, has shaped your identity.
This destroyed a part of my happiness and led me to another phase where nothing I would release or nothing I created or even did felt good enough to put out in front of people. So I would keep destroying my projects 80% into completing them. I kept giving up. I'm sure some of you might have felt this way before, unable to live up to someone else's or even your own expectations. What I've learned is that perfection is the opposite of complete. Rivers don't flow perfectly, and stagnant water is usually poison. What I mean by this is that the pursuit of perfection is ultimately the pursuit of stillness. To stop time and progress in pursuit of an impossible ideal. To seek perfection is to halt any sort of movement and deny yourself of life's miraculous surprises. Perfection eradicates the fingerprints of life from the canvas of creation. It ruins the point and the idea of this life to begin with, which is to try things. Trying is cool.
Your obligation is to the action, he says, and never to its fruits. Think about that. You humans obsess over results, whether you'll win or lose, profit or fail, be praised or mocked. But what if you stopped caring about the outcome? What if you just did what you're supposed to do without caring whether it gets you anything?
No, stop it. That's not true. When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated, but I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. The closer, more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me, but I always stayed afraid of him. But the closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me.
When you end up finding this so-called perfection, there is nowhere else to go from that point. Nothing else left for you to do. What is needed is not perfection, it's completion. To be able to finish something, knowing that it will never be perfect, knowing that even if it was perfect, people would still criticize you anyway. The act of finishing something and showing it to the world is an act of courage. Just release it. Just do the thing. Do it flawed. Do it real. This is an act of liberation. I've had to look around a lot in life and within myself and realize that everyone and everything has defects, and that's okay. In fact, that's the point. The imperfections are ironically what make everything in this universe perfect. Leonard Cohen once wrote, "There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." And yet most of us fear this crack of imperfection. We try patch it up, cover it with cement. We do our best to pretend that it's not there. But in doing so, we end up keeping out this very light that leaks into us, that gives our work life, meaning, and its true essence that exists within the imperfections. The variation between one grain of sand and another, the variation between you and me, the variation even found within a set of twins. That's the only place where the so-called perfection even exists. The perfection is in the differentness, it's in the uniqueness, and it's in all of these flaws of each micro component of this entire universe that we call our home. Next time you're thinking you need to be perfect to do something, remember this, and it's gonna sound mad cliche, but it is the truth. You were created perfect to begin with. Your flaws and your weaknesses are what make you distinct. They are a strength in their own way. Life is not this project to be aced. Life is an experience to be lived. I hope that this video remedied something. This is Loy signing off. Peace.